Saudi Arabia has sealed its borders, locked down 5 cities, and has closed mosques and holy sites in Mecca and Medina. So, will the annual Hajj pilgrimage set to take place in late July still go ahead? Hi, today we're going to take a look at Saudi Arabia, the annual Hajj pilgrimage, and the impact of the coronavirus outbreak on the country. As of the 8th of April, Saudi Arabia has 2,795 confirmed cases of the virus, including 41 deaths. Saudi Arabia took quick action against the virus in mid-March, and it's worked. It has some of the lowest numbers infected per capita in the region. But the country's health minister warned that the number of infected could range between 10,000 and 200,000 in the coming weeks. But the pandemic has not just unleashed a health crisis. Saudi Arabia's main sources of income after oil is through pilgrims to Mecca. And the price of oil has crashed because of an oil price war with Russia. It now seems to be simmering, but the decrease in demand globally still means that oil revenues will be low for a long time. Then there's the pilgrimage, their other main source of revenue. Umrah, the small pilgrimage that Muslims can participate in all year round, is suspended for now. But in late July, the annual Hajj pilgrimage is still scheduled to take place. Around 2.5 million Muslims from around the world visit the kingdom to perform Hajj, a once-in-a-lifetime obligation for all Muslims who can afford it and are physically able to perform the ritual. The Saudi Hajj and Umrah minister has requested that all pilgrims put their plans on hold for now.
أولاً المملكة العربية السعودية على كامل استعدادها لخدمة الحجاج والمعتمرين في جميع الأحوال، لكن للظروف الحالية نحن نتحدث عن جائحة عالمية، جائحة الحقيقة نسأل الله السلامة منها. المملكة في كامل استعداداتها لحقيقة حفظ صحة المسلمين والمواطنين، لذلك نحن طلبنا من الإخوة المسلمين في جميع دول العالم التريث في عمل أي عقود حتى تتضح الرؤية.
The government says it's too early to definitively cancel the Hajj yet. But if some models like the recent Imperial College study are correct about the need for measures like social distancing to be in place for many more months, perhaps even until a vaccine becomes available, events like the Hajj are unlikely to take place this year. Pilgrimages contribute more than $12 billion to the country's GDP, which is 20% of the country's non-oil GDP. More than 500,000 people are also employed in the country's tourism sector, most of which is orientated towards pilgrims. Hajj alone brings in more than $5 to $6 billion. If it's cancelled, it's a huge blow to the country economically. Calling off the pilgrimage seems unprecedented. If it's disrupted, it would be the first time since the kingdom was established in 1932. But it definitely wouldn't be the first time in history. There have been at least 40 instances throughout Islamic history when Hajj was cancelled or the number of pilgrims was significantly low. A Saudi government-backed research center recently published a paper listing all the years that the Hajj has been cancelled in the past. Here's a few of them. In 865 AD, a raid was launched on Mount Arafah, which overlooks Mecca, by Ismail bin Yusuf. Pilgrims were killed and the Hajj was cancelled. In 930 AD, the Carmatians, a heterodox sect considered the Hajj a pagan ritual, launched an attack on pilgrims. Some accounts say that 30,000 pilgrims died, their bodies dumped in the Zamzam well. The group even stole the black stone. Hajj was cancelled for 10 years after this. In 983 AD, Hajj was cancelled because of politics. The rulers of the Abbasids of Syria and Iraq and the Fatimids of Egypt were fighting, and pilgrims weren't able to travel for 8 years. Plagues have also historically disrupted the annual pilgrimage. In 1831, a plague from India spread and killed 3/4 of the pilgrims. Between 1837 and 1858, a series of plagues and diseases forced the cancellation of Hajj for 7 years. It looks like 2020 may be another one of these years. Saudi Arabia has already announced a $32 billion injection into the health sector and economy to try to temper the effects of coronavirus. The world's reduced demand for oil, coupled with the cancelled Hajj, may spell economic trouble for the country. And for millions of Muslims from around the world who've been planning to perform the pilgrimage, it's likely to spell disappointment.